I'm hoping this will be a calm video and not a very long video. I've waited a while to put together anything about the Jadorian pilot that was killed. The most horrific imaginable way. I just did an Animoto video, Deeds That Monsters Do. I thought that would be safe if I did a video, a slideshow video. I would not go off like I did when the little boy was hung by his feet for 3 days, tortured to death by his mother and her boyfriend. I went off. I completely lost it making that video. I listened to the story for the first time, the guy describing the boy's injuries, and I just sat there seething, and then I completely lost it. And I made a video of me losing it. I haven't deleted it though, because I feel like that kind of, that needs to be there. The rage needs to be there. The outrage needs to be there. And I can't even begin to say how much outrage I feel about this poor young man who was burned to death in a cage. I have not seen the videos. Today I was doing this other video called God is Love, and I was trying to think of recent examples of how he hasn't given a rat's ass about people. Where were the angels? Where was God to snuff his life out before he burned terribly, horribly, excruciatingly to death? Where was God? So yeah, I went looking for pictures of this man for that video, and in doing so I came across far more graphic pictures that I had not seen before that just kind of stirred the anger up in me all over again. So driving tonight in my car, I was finding myself thinking about it a lot, and it's very disturbing to me. I have seen a few YouTube videos that have said that this is a faked execution. It's not real, it's fake. I hope so. I sincerely hope so. At the same time, it's caused nothing but I honestly don't even want to go there. I don't think it's fake. I don't think it's fake. I think it's real. I think they really did that to that poor young man. And then they're like trying to, oh, it wasn't so horrific. We gave him sedatives. He didn't really feel any pain. We gave him enough sedatives that he wouldn't scream while the fire is consuming his body. I've seen enough pictures. I've known from personal experience what even a small burn feels like. That young man felt pain. He felt horror and terror and confusion and excruciating pain. I have a good imagination. Unfortunately, it is not always a good thing. Sometimes it's a horrible thing. Sometimes it's like a curse. Sometimes I'll see an image or I'll see something in a movie, and it will stay with me for a very long time. And I think about it. This is one of those times. Thinking about the fact that you see this barely recognizable figure of a human engulfed in flames. Thinking about that underneath those flames there's a heart beating. There's a life there. A young man who has favorite songs, favorite books. He's probably memorized words to songs, you know. He's got his hobbies and things, his interests. He's a person. He's a complete human being that people love, and he loves. He loves people. He loves his wife. He loves his friends. He loves his parents. People love him. This is a person smelling, breathing in and smelling his own flesh burning. So in addition to having this nightmarish amount of pain and confusion and horror, imagine the smell of burning meat and thinking, knowing that's you. This is the kind of thing that happens when you have a very vivid imagination. You think about things like that. You think of what kind of sounds he must have heard. And meanwhile, you have people standing around the outside of the cage, just standing there, watching. You have an unarmed man in a cage, completely helpless. What has he done exactly that's so horrible that he deserves this kind of atrocity? Honestly, what imaginable crime would warrant this kind of thing? I can't even think of a crime that would make somebody deserving of this kind of thing. What has this man done? This man, I don't know very much about this stuff, but I imagine he's on the wrong side of some kind of dispute. That's it. He just happens to be on the wrong side of something. You know, what happened to the days when, okay, you're going to put somebody to death, let's try to make it as humane as possible. What happened to those days? Now it's like, let's just make this as sadistic and cruel, unbelievably cruel as we can. Do these people have no heart? Do they have no mind? Are they even human beings? They're standing around the outside of this cage, watching this happen to this unarmed, helpless man, and they're doing nothing. You've got a guy filming different angles too, so there's more than one of them filming this for a video. You have somebody taking pictures of this. They're just watching it happen. Watching another a human being I can't even imagine. The hardest part, you know, you're going to hear from Muslims, oh, this isn't really what Islam's all about. Islam's a peaceful religion. Islam's so peaceful. These people are not representing what Islam is. And yet they broadcasted this execution on big screens. There's a picture in my little video, Deeds That Monsters Do, of a little boy. There's also a picture of a man, and apparently they are not the only ones that felt joy at the sight of this young man burning to death. They felt joy. They cheered. They saw this poor man suffering the most excruciatingly horrific death imaginable. And they cheered. They felt joy. I'm sorry. This is a vile, despicable, hideous cult. Don't say that this doesn't represent Islam. When you have people that aren't even in ISIS, they're not even part of ISIS, feeling joy at the sight of somebody else being tortured to death. I'm sorry, but I have seen enough in my life. This is the topper. This is definitely the worst. But I have seen enough in my life that there is no way in hell any Muslim ever will convince me that this is a religion of peace. Oh, sure, there's going to be Muslims with their cherry-picked verses and their warm and fuzzy versions of it. But I'm sorry. I really don't think that they are what represents. I think the pure Islam that you see is this. This is pure Islam. Kill the infidel. That's what it's about. Just like Christianity. All Christianity is a watered down version of the same fucking vile thing. Islam just adheres more to their holy books. Christianity doesn't. Christianity cherry picks a lot more. So that's all I wanted to say. I'm sickened. I am sickened by what I have seen in my life. From the little girl I mentioned in another video who was killed by her parents for being too Western, to this. Beheadings, slaughterhouses for Christians. It's reprehensible. These people are beyond reprehensible. They're not even people. They're fucking monsters. And I'm sorry, there needs to be zero tolerance for this. Why is it even happening? Why are people still... Why is this... I'm sorry, but where are the good people to stop these monsters? It cannot continue. You know it's going to continue. It's going to continue until something is done. And I'm sorry, something needs to be done. So that's all. I'm really happy that I haven't gotten over the top nuts upset, because really just if this was yesterday or the day before, I think I would have been a lot more over the top. I was so angry. I'm still angry. But at least I'm a little bit... It's late at night too. I'm tired, so I'm to the point now where I can't even... Between Christianity and Islam, you cannot go on to Facebook any day of the week and not see something despicable, something stomach-churningly sickening. One cult or the other, there's always something to see that just makes you want to vomit. These cults are vile, and they need to be opposed. So anyway, I just feel so bad for this poor man. I wish I didn't have such a good imagination. I feel so bad for his wife. Two young people, a young couple. She's carrying around her sign, probably hoping and pleading that they would let her husband go. Can you imagine her seeing that video or these pictures of what her husband went through? Mind-bogglingly cruel. These are not people, they're monsters. So anyway, thanks for watching if you have.
I am absolutely convinced that the main source of hatred in the world is religion. And I think it should be religion treated with ridicule and hatred and contempt.
Share the same